Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Kareem Vlog Life. I'm so happy that you're here. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. This is a channel where I just talk about things that are happening in my life. And one big thing happened in my life a few months ago now is that I had my second heart surgery. Not my first, but my second heart surgery. And so this is part 2 of what I talked about in terms of my journey of getting to that heart surgery and then getting the heart surgery, then recovery of that heart surgery. So, want to pick up where I left off is that it's important if you have people in your life that love you and they want the best for you and they're saying that something is wrong, listen to them. Okay? Listening to them can save your life. So, in my case, that's what happened. All right. So, now we're getting to the point where we need to have the surgery. So met with my surgeon, and it was like mid-September. At this point I was already out of work because I just didn't feel well. I couldn't even get through the day. I was tired, I was coughing, I just wasn't well, right? So I decided to stay home in anticipation of getting the surgery. So I met with the surgeon. He's like, yep, you definitely have to get the surgery for a second time. This time is probably going to be a little rough because we've already cut before. And again, I'm not a doctor as a disclaimer, but from what he was saying that, when they cut your chest open the first time, it's not that much of a, traumatic event for your body. But when they got to go in again in that same area and cut again, that there could be some complications with that. So we're like, yep, we got to get it done. Now, the first time I had surgery, I was like blowing it off. I was like, I don't want to get the surgery. I didn't want a chest going down. A scar going down my chest. I'm like, oh, well, maybe, it'll go away. Well, that thing didn't go away. So I waited at least, I think I went in and met with the surgeon in December the first time around. And I didn't get the surgery until March 27th. So that's January, February, March. Almost 3 months I waited. And anything could have happened in those 3 months, right? So this time around, I got the notice in like mid-September. I was getting surgery 2 weeks later. Like, I didn't even waste time with it. There was no point of trying to negotiate in my mind. I'm like, it's got to get done. It has to get done. This is like life threatening. So this needs to happen. So the day finally came and I had to go in the day before. They like you to go in the day before just so that you could be in the hospital. You can rest. They could do some of the pre-op things or pre-operation things that needed to be done. And I remember going up there to the hospital. My wife was there. I think my daughter might have been there too. And we were there. We were kind of getting set up. Actually, no, I think my wife was just there. So we were just getting set up. Well, I was getting set up. And I remember 2 things. Well, I remember 3 things. I remember my wife being with me. And my daughter was there. I remember my wife being with me. And my daughter. And then they ended up leaving. Because, it was kind of getting time. I got settled in. And so they were heading out. And actually, no, that's not even the story. What happened was the anesthesiologist came in first. That's what happened, y'all. I'm still getting this right in my mind. So the anesthesiologist came in first, and he talked to me and said, this is the procedures, this is what we're going to be doing. Do you have any questions? I was like, no, because I got anesthesia before. I know I'm not allergic to it. So it was fine. So I was like, all right, cool, no questions. And then said, we'll see you tomorrow. So he went on about his way. I remember getting hospital food and eating that meal. And then my wife and my daughter left. And that is the last thing I remember. I don't remember anything else after that. I don't remember them doing the pre-op things that they needed to do. I don't remember even being carted to the operating room. All these things I remember the first time. Like, I remember going to the room. I remember seeing the lights. I remember it being cold in there. I remember all those things. And this time around, I don't remember nothing. Like, all I remember is waking up. That's it. So, at this point of the story, I can give you what people told me. Like, I can't even give you like firsthand account. I can only give you firsthand account from the time I woke up. Then I can give you account for that. So there's going to be a part 3 to this, people, because I am going to invite my wife on so that she can tell the story of what happened from her perspective, because I was in a coma for 5.5 days. 5.5 days, y'all. I was in a coma. And all I remember is having like this recurring dream. It was between like a regular dream and this dream of being at the hospital. Somebody always asking me, hey, do you know your name? What's your birthday? Can you hear me? That's all I remember. That's all I remember. And then I woke up. That's all I remember. So I'm going to have my wife come on for the next installment of this and talk to you all about from her perspective. And it's powerful because when she told me the story, I was like, whoa, I did that? I said, what? I don't have no recollection of any of this. All I remember is just waking up. So thanks for watching. Again, if this is your first time, please like and subscribe to the channel. Again, this is a channel where I document my life and then I'm sharing it with you all. So I would love to hear any comments if you have any questions. And until next time, take care.